أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way course for page 15 pointer B. We will continue the Surah Al-Baqarah verses 102. We saw each juz has been divided in four parts, and each part has 5 pages. The first 5 pages, 1 to 5, we studied in QC2 37 ayahs. The next 5 pages, page 6 to 10, we studied in QC3 39 ayahs. The next 5 pages, page 11 to 15, now we are studying QC4 from 77 up to 105, mean the 29 ayahs. The last 5 pages, that is 16 to 20, inshallah, we will study in QC5, starting with 106 up to 141, mean the 36 ayahs. In first juz, there are 141 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah, which will complete in QC5. Let's see the pages so far we have studied. They are page 11 to 14. So the pointers for the page 11s, they are ignorant messengers, fire won't touch, rules of justice, covenant of Bani Israel. The page 12 pointers, they are covenant of blood, killings and evictions, beliefs in parts, treatments with Musa and Isa and other messengers. And the 13th page pointers are rejecting the book, evil transactions of Kufr, we believe in our book, covenant with Tur above. The pointers for the page 14 are hereafter the only for you. They love this life in enmity with Jibreel, threw away pledges. The brief pointer for the page 11s are ignorant fire rule covenant, ignorant fire rule covenant. And the brief pointer for the page 12s, they are covenant of blood, killing, parts, Musa and Isa. The 13th page pointers are rejecting evil transactions, belief too. And the 14th pointers, the 14th page pointers brief are hereafter this life enmity pledges. Let's to proceed the page 15. The first pointer is followed the divorce, and second is separating the husband and wife, and the third is evil trading knowingly, and the fourth is don't say Ra'ina. So let's keep these pointers on the fingers. Followed the devils, separations of husband and wife, evil treading knowingly, don't say Ra'ina. Followed the devils, separations of husbands and wife, evil treading knowingly, don't say Ra'ina. The brief pointers of the page 15s are devils, separations, evil treading knowingly. Today we will study the second pointer of the page 15, that is followed the devils. The link with the previous ayahs is in the time of Sulaiman alayhi salam, the Bani Israel were tested with two angels. These two angels used to teach magic, but only after warning them that it is a test from Allah and that they should not do kufr by involving themselves in magic. So this is the part of the ayah for today. If you want, you can recite it. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم. And yet they learned from those two that by which they caused separation between a man and his wife, but they could not harm anyone with it except by Allah's permission. And they learned that which harm them and does not profit them. Let's see the words coming in this ayah. Fa is a harf. Yata'allamuna is a mudari verb from babi babi the tafa'ul mean the dabara pattern. Min is a harf. Whom is huma. Huma is for the two. We have learned in QC1 even. Ma mil as-samawati mil al-ardi mil ama bainahuma bainahuma. Huma mean those two. Ma has come here as a ism masuna. Yufarrikuna. Ya is the ilamat mudare. If I remove the ya, waw nun plural, it is farrik, mean on the babi tafil allama pattern. B is a harf jar, followed ism majur is zamir. Baina, again, baina is a ism. Al-marra, alif lam telling in it's an ism. Waw is a harf. Zawj is a ism. He is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf. Ma is coming here as a harf. Hum is a zamir ism. Bidarin. B is a harf jar. Followed ismi majroor. Darun is a marfu. Darin is the mansub. Darin is the majroor. But here, due to B, we are confirmed it is majroor. B is a harf jar. He is a zamir ism. So jar majroor. Min is a harf jar. Ahadin is a ismi majroor. Min ahadin jar majroor. Illa is a harf. B is again a ismi. B is a harf jar followed ismi majroor. Izn is a ismi majroor, but at the same time, izn is khafif, light, no alif lam, no dalif. So it can be mudaf because followed ismi jalala. Allah is majroor here, which showing that it's mudaf here. So this is a jar majroor at the same time mudaf and mudaf also. Waw is a harf. Yata'allamuna, mudari verb. Again, from the tafa'ul, mean the tadabbura pattern. Ma is again harf. Yadurruhum, ya is a ilamat mudari. Hum is a zamir, remove it. Yadurru is a mudari verb. Waw is a harf. La is a harf. Yanfa'uhum. Hum is a zamir, remove. Yanfa'u, mudari verb. Nafa, yanfa'u, infa. 3-letter word. Let's have another look on the same ayahs. Fa is a harf. Yata'allamuna is a mudari verb from babi tafa'ul mean the tadabbura pattern. Min is a harf jar. Huma is a dual ism. Ma is a ism masul here. Yufarrikuna is a mudari verb. B is a harf. He is a zamir ism. Baina is a ism. Al-marra, it's again a ism. Waw is a harf. Zawj is a ism. He is a zamir ism. Waw is a harf. Ma is a ism. Hum is a zamir ism. B is a harf jar. Darin is a ism. B is a harf jar. He is a zamir ism. Min is a harf jar. Ahadin is a ism. Illa is a harf. B is a harf. Izn is a ism. Allah is a ismi jalala. Waw is a harf. Yata'allamuna is a mudari verb from babi tafa'ul min tadabbur. Ma is a ism here. Yadurru is a mudari verb. Hum is a zamir ism. Wa is a harf. La is a harf. Yanfa'u is a mudari verb. Hum is a zamir ism. Let's to look the lesson learned from this part of the ayah. Shaitan loves to create problems in marriages, the life of the husband and wife, as well as children. In fact, the bigger family is damaged tremendously. Nothing in this world, not even the magic, can harm anyone without Allah's permission. Look, the new words in each line. 211 mean on average less than 2 in each line. Let's go word for word and the phrase for phrase translation and the explanation. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. But yata'allamuna, they learn, minhuma, from those two, mean the angels, ma, what, yufarrikuna, that cause separation, be with it, baina, between al-marrai, the man, wa zawjihi, and his spouse, wama, and not, whom they could, bidarin at all, those who harm, bihi with it, min any, ahadin one, illa except, biizn, by permission, Allah of Allah, wa yata'allamuna, and they learn, ma yudurruhum, what harms them, wala, and not yanfa'u, benefited. So let's to go for the explanation of this part. In spite of the warning from the angels, Bani Israel in the time of Sulaiman al-Islam choose to learn how to separate the couples. That is a sign of how low that society had gone. When a society's fundamental unity is shaken, and when people start looking into splitting other families, that is an indicator of their extremely bad morals. Most important, Allah emphasizes here that no one can do any harm except with the permissions of Allah. Let's to take a hadith here. Jabir reported, the messengers of Allah, peace and blessing be upon him, said, verily Shaitan places his thorn over the water and he sends out his troops. The closest to him in the rank or the greatest at causing the tribulations. One of them says, I have done this and this. Shaitan says, you have done nothing. Another one says, I did not leave this man alone until I separated him from his family or wife. Shaitan embraces him and he says, you have done well. It was narrated from Ibn Abbas that the Prophet ﷺ said, the best of you is the one who is best to his wife, and I am the best of you to my wives. So let's to revise it. Somebody if want, please can revise this part.
Sir, can I?
Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فَتَيَعَلَّمُونَ, but they learn, minhuma, from those two, ma, what, yufarriqun, they cause separation, bihi, with it, bain al-mar'i, between the man, wa zawjihi, and his spouse, wa ma, and not, whom they could, bidharrin, at all be those who harm, bihi, with it, min ahad, anyone, illa, except, bi'idhnillah, by permission of Allah. وَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ, and they learn, مَا يَضُرُّهُمْ, what harms them, وَلَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ, and not profits them.
Jazakumullah khaira, sister. Let's to look at lessons once again. Shaitan loves to create problems in marriage, the life of husband and wife as well as the children. In fact, the whole bigger family is damaged tremendously. Nothing in this world, not even magic, can harm anyone without Allah's permission. Let's to pray. Oh Allah, make me strong in the convictions that no one can harm me without your permission. Oh Allah, protect us. Make a plan. Inshallah, I will try to be best with each one of my family members and be patient on their mistakes. The asma, the new word is zawj, plural is azwaj. The three-letter verb is nafa. Yes, kindly somebody repeat the 6 keys for this verb.
So I can do it.
Yes.
Nafa'a, yanfa'u, infa', nafi', manfu', nafa'. Nun, fa'u, ain are the root letters. Verb is fataha.
Jazakallah khaira, sister. The next verb is from the weak verbs and hamza verbs and the repeated. Among them is azina, darra. Yes, who would like to repeat these 6 keys for these both?
I can do it still.
Yes, you can carry.
Adhina, ya'dhanu, i'dhan. Adhin, ma'dhun, idhn. Amza, the, nun are the root letters. Verb is sami'a. ضر يضر ضرة ضار مضرور ضر ضاد را را are the root letters. Verb is nasara.
Good. B isn't. It's B is a harja, so isn't is a ism, so it's coming as fraza as masdar. Yadurru. Yadurru is the mudare. Yadurru. The next is from Mazid fi, among is the ta'allama and farraka. Yes, who would like to revise the 6 key this time? Yes, Asiya, you can.
تعلم يتعلم تعلم متعلم متعلم تعلم. And the root letters are Ain, Lam, Mim. And the pattern is Tadabbara, and the Bab is Tafa'ul. Am I right?
Yes.
And next is Farraqa, Yufarriqu, Farriq. Mufarriq, Mufarraq, Tafriq. And the root letters are Fa, Ra, Qaf. Pattern is Allama, and Bab is Taf'il.
Bab is tafil, yes. Okay. If you see here, فَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ Fa is a harf. يَتَعَلَّمُونَ is a mudari. From يَتَعَلَّمُ, يَتَعَلَّمُونَ plural. Look for the faraka, yufarriku, mudari. Yufarrik is the single, plural is yufarrikuna. So mudari has come here in this side. Let's to proceed with the grammar. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to understand Al-Quran the easy way. Course 4, page 15.b. In grammar, we will continue the actions of the learn on the mudari for mazid fi verbs, sound as well as the weak. Last time we did the actions of learn on the weak verbs of the slasim jar and the sound slasim. We know in grammar there are two types of letters which affect the mudari. One is the choppers, other is the hammer. The normal mudari verb is yaf'alu, yaf'aluna, taf'alu, af'alu, taf'aluna, naf'alu, taf'alu. When the choppers letters come, they chop the dhamma of the single letter and remove the nun from the plural letter and place a alif. So from yaf'alu, what will be the action of these chopper letters? Yafalu become?
Yaf'al.
Yaf'al and yafaluna become yaf'alu.
Yaf'alu.
And taf'alu become taf'al and afalu become af'al. Taf'aluna become taf'alu. Naf'alu become naf'al. Taf'alu become the taf'al. When the hammer letters come, so what are the chopper letters before we go? They are lam, lamma, la, in, man, ma, harfisha, and la, li, that is fal and ba. When the hammer letters come, just like lan, an, ala, hatta, or lame ta'lil and lame ta'kid, they convert the dhamma into fatha and they remove the nun from the plural. From yafalu it becomes yafa'ala. From yafaluna it becomes yafalu. From tafalu it becomes tafala. From afalu it becomes afala. From tafaluna it becomes tafalu. From naf'alu it becomes naf'ala. From tafalu it becomes tashfal. When the lame ta'kid with nun mushaddad come, mean nun saqila, it changes the single with fatha and plural with dhamma. La yafalanna, la yafalunna, la tafalanna, la afalanna, la tafalunna, la nafalanna, la tafalanna. So all the single they are showing fatha on the. All those are plural showing dhamma. And of course the dhamma they are only two. La yafalunna, la taf. So here we may have the break for 5 minutes and you may concentrate these all changes, then we will proceed. Sister Ashia, you has raised hand. Do you have any question?
Yes, sir. I have one question. Here in the second column, where it's this chopper word written lam, zir, li. But yesterday we learned that lamze li is a hammer word.
Okay.
That usually comes as
you-
fal and wal, right? Fal, wal, right?
Only fal and wal are chopper. Lamze li and lam zabar la both are hammer.
Okay. We will see it. We will see it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, I cannot hear you. Do you hear him? Everyone?
He went for Salah.
Oh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So we were talking the changes in fi'l mudare. One changes they occur through the chopper's letters, other with the hammer letters. Of course, lamat we will see again. Lamat the chopper lam, it is without any error. But to make it pronounced, we either use fa or waw before it. We say fun and wa. That is the reason of attaching, so it should be pronounced. Anyhow, we will see it again. Just like taf'alu sharra, the la come, it becomes la taf'al sharra. When yaf'alu khaira, lam come, it change, lam yaf'al khaira. Yaf'alu yaksibu ajra, income, and change the both, and yaf'al yaksib ajra. Yaf'alu khaira, the fal come, it change fal yaf'al khaira. So these all are the choppers. The lam with fatha also come as a chopper. When we have the hammer, the verb is yaf'alu khaira. Here the lam come with the lam amr. The lam amr is with kasra. And the lam kai is also with kasra. Li yaf'ala khaira. It was yaf'alu khaira. When the lam that is with fatha and nun mushaddad, that is called nun mushaddad, is called nun saqila. Then it becomes li yaf'alanna khaira. The fatha on lam shows this is a single, yaf'alu khaira. And yaf'alu khaira, when the lan come, it also changed the dhamma into fatha, lan yaf'ala. These changes are for the single. What about the plural? We have taf'aluna sharra, la come, it removed the nun, la taf'alu sharra. Yaf'aluna khaira, lam come, lam yaf'alu khaira. Yaf'aluna yaksubuna ajra. In manma, they change the both verbs at that time. An yafalu yaksubu ajra. Yaf'aluna khaira, fal come, it changed the nun, remove the nun, fal yafalu khaira. And this shows all the changes by the choppers letters. Mean nun is removed, alif is attached. What about the hammer? We have yaf'aluna khaira. Here the lam amr or lam ta'kid come. So it changes. Li yaf'alu khaira. Here is yaf'aluna khaira. The lam ta'kid with nun mushaddad come. It changed. Dhamma on the lam. Li yaf'alunna khaira. We have yaf'aluna khaira. The lan comes. Or the hatta, an, lan, an, hatta comes. They all changes the nun. Lan yaf'alu. Now note that either the chopper letter come or the hammer. In plural, change is the same. Only you identified who made the change by the presence of that letter in front of the verb. If it is lam, in, fal, wal, then it is chopper. If it is li, la, or lan with the ta'kid, then it is the hammer. Now we will see the action of lan on the mazid verbs, sound and the verb. Let's to take another example of the sound verbs from mazid fi. Aslama, yuslimu, aslim, muslimu, muslimun, islam. The mudare from this will be yuslimu, yuslimuna, tuslimu, uslimu, tuslimuna, nuslimu, tuslimu. Let the lan act. The moment the lan act on yuslimu, it becomes lan yuslima. On yuslimu, it becomes lan yuslim. From tuslima, it becomes lan tuslima, lan uslima, lan tuslimu, lan nuslima. Mean all the dhamma changes into fatha and the noon of the plural is. What them changes in meaning? The lan, it fixes the meaning into the future. And moreover, in negation. And thirdly, is strongly emphasized. Lan yuslima mean he will never submit. Lan yuslimu, they will never submit. Lan tuslima, you will never submit. Lan uslima, I will never submit. Lan tuslimu, you will never submit. Lan nuslima, we will never submit. Lan tuslima, she. Remember, the lam take the meaning of mudari into past and negations with emphasis. And the lan take the mudari meaning fixed into the future with negation and emphasis. If I say hal yuslimu, how you will give answer with lan?
Lan yuslima.
Lan yuslima.
So mean will have the fatha. If I say hal yuslimuna, how you can answer with lan?
Lan
Lan yuslimu.
Mean noon will go. Okay. If I ask hal tuslimu, how you can make it change with lan?
Lan
Lan
uslima.
tuslimu.
Not tuslimu. Is
Lan
tuslimu
uslima.
is uslimu. So we will say lan uslima. If I say hal tuslimuna, how you will respond with lan?
Lan
Lan
nuslima.
tuslimu.
Lan nuslima.
Not tuslimu. Remember, brother, simply when she, sorry. So simply when we say tuslimuna, the answer is nuslim. Do
Yes.
you remember? Nuslimu. But when we attach the lan, then it will become lan nuslima. Earlier, we were doing the table like that. Yuslimu, hal yuslimu, yes yuslimu. Hal yuslimu, yes yuslimu. Hal tuslimu, nam uslimu. Hal tuslimu, nam nuslimu. But now we are attaching the lan. So it becomes lan yuslima, lan yuslimu, lan uslima, lan nuslim. So that is the change. Tuslimuna, nuslimuna. But with lan nuslima. The dhamma will change into fatha. Let's have an example from the Quran. Bismillah. Qala lan ursilahu ma'akum. Who is a zamir? Remove it. It is ursila. Mudari is never ursila. Mudari have dhamma at the last. Ursilu. It is ursilu. Lan has come. So it changed the dhamma into fatha. Lan ursila. The next ayat. Bismillah. Lan tanalul birra hatta tunfiku mimma tuhibbuna. It was tunfikuna. The noon has gone because hatta has come and acting on it. Hatta tunfik. So that is the hammer. Either the hammer comes or the chopper letter comes. The plural noon goes in any case. Let's take another word from the mazid fi ikhtalafa. The 6 keys are ikhtalafa, yakhtalifu, ikhtalif, mukhtalifun, mukhtalafun, ikhtilaf. The mudari table will be yakhtalifu, yakhtalifuna, takhtalifu, akhtalifu, takhtalifuna, nakhtalifu, takhtalifu. Let's to react it with the lan. So yukhtalaf become what? Lan yukhtalifa. Lan yakhtalifuna become lan yakhtalifu. Takhtalifu become lan takhtalifa. Akhtalifu become lan akhtalifa. Takhtalifuna become lan takhtalifu. Nakhtalifu will become lan nakhtalifa. Takhtalifu become lan takhtalifa. So what is the change in meaning? It will take the meaning into future and fix it for the negation and emphasis. Lan yakhtalifa. He will never differ. Lan yakhtalifu. They will never differ. Lan takhtalifa. You will never differ. Lan akhtalifa. I will never differ. Lan takhtalifu. You all will never differ. Lan nakhtalifa. We will never differ. Lan takhtalifa. Let's to have a question. If I say hal yakhtalifu, what will be the answer with lan?
Lan yakhtalifa.
Yakhtalifu. Okay. If I ask the plural, hal yakhtalifuna, how you will answer with lan?
لن
لن
يختلفوا.
If I هل تختلف, how you can answer is with lan.
لن
لن
أختلف.
أختلف.
If I ask هل تختلف, how you will reply with lan.
لن
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 نختلف.
نختلف.
Talif. Okay, let's to have the mazid fi weak verbs now. For example, ata, yuti, ati, moten, motan, itan. It's a weak mazid fi because the four letter ata is a four letter. What will the mudari table? Yuti, yutuna, tuti, uti, tutuna, nuti, tuti. Let's to react with the lan. The moment we attach lan, it bring the fata. It become lan yutia.
لن يؤتي.
And nun is removed, lan yutu. Lan tutia. Lan utia. Lan tutu. Lan nutia. Lan tutia. So presence of ya, fata on ya is indicating it has been react with some amil, maybe lan, maybe hatta, maybe an, or maybe it's the lame ta'kid, or maybe the lame ta'lil, anything. And the meaning changes. Lan yutia, he will never give. Lan yutu, they will never give. Lan tutia, you will never give. Lan utia, I will never give. Lan tutu, you will never give. Lan nutia, we will never give. Lan tutia, she will never. If I ask question, hal yuti, how you will answer it with lan?
نعم يوتي.
Lan yutia, ya will show the fatah. If I ask hal yutuna, how you will answer this time?
لن يؤتوا.
لن يؤتي.
Lan yutu, the noon will go. If I say hal tuti, how you will reply with lan?
لن
لن تؤتي.
Utia, ya will show the fatah. Okay. If I hal tutuna, how you will respond this question with lan?
لن
لن
نؤتي.
نؤتي.
Nutia, nutia. Okay. Let's have an example from the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ما كان لبشر أن يؤتيه الله الكتاب والحكمة ونبوة ثم يقول للناس كونوا عبادا لي من دون الله. It was UT. It was Ya. And came, it gives the fatah. Yutiyahu. So we know the normal mudari is yafalu, yafaluna, tafalu, afalu, tafaluna, nafalu, tafalu. When the chopper letters come, what are the chopper letters? It is in man ma haruf shart, lam lamma la, and fal wal. When they come, they chop the dhamma of the single and they remove the noon of the plural. From from yafalu, yafaluna, tafalu, afalu, it becomes yafal, yafal, tafal, afal, tafal, nafal, tafal. When the hammers letters come, what are the hammer letters? Hammer letters are they lan and hatta. They are lamat. In among the lamat we have lame ta'lil and lame ta'kid. So they become what? They remove the dhamma, place the fatah. They remove the noon of the plural. So from the yafalu, yafaluna, tafaluna, it becomes yaf'ala, yafalu, tafala, afala, tafalu, nafala, tafala. When the lam ta'kid come with nun mushaddad, or you can say that nun saqila, it become liyaf'alanna, la yaf'alunna, la tafalanna, la afalanna, la tafalunna, la nafalanna, la tafalanna. So the plural va nun, it is replaced with dhamma on the lam, and the rest they all place fatha on the lam, which is indicating the single and plural difference. Let's to go for the exercise. يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه. They cause a separation with it between the man and his spouse. وما هم بضارين به, and not they could at all be those who harm with it. ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم, and they learn what harm them and not profit them. The plural of zawj is azwaj. We did the 6 key for nafa'a, yanfa'u, infa, nafun, manfun, nafun. Nunfa'ain is the root letter, bab is fatah. The next was azina yazinu izan, azinun, mazunun, iznu. Hamza's odd nun is the root letter, bab is nasra. The next was darra yadurru durra, darun madrurun darun. Dadra ra is the root letter, bab is nasr. The next one was ta'allama yata'allamu, ta'allam, muta'allimun, muta'allamun, ta'allamun. The ain lam mim is the root letter, bab is tadabbara. The next was farraka yufarriku, farrik, mufarrikun, mufarrakun, tafrikun. Farra kaf is the root letter, and bab is tafreel, mean pattern allama. Now we have to make the table from yahtalifu, adding the lan. So yahtalifu is the single, plural will be lan yahtalif. Friend will say lan takhtalifa, lan akhtalifa, lan takhtalifu, lan nakhtalifu. So this is the table. Lan yahtalafa, lan yahtalifu, lan takhtalafa, lan akhtalif, lan takhtalifu, lan nakhtalifa, lan takhtalifu. Let's to make the table of ut with lan. It will lan utia, plural will be lan utu. Lan tutia, lan utia, lan tutu, lan nutia. Now we have got this all mixed letters for the chopper as well as the hammer. How we can separate them in chopper and hammer? Yes, can you help me? Which one are the choppers among these?
Lamma,
The choppers are lam, lamma, la,
lamma, la,
la.
no, not li. Li,
An, man, ma.
Okay. Lam, lamma, in, man, ma,
La.
harufisha. And this lam with kasra is represented. Actually, it is without sign. We say fal and wa. But to represent, at least, they put a kasra. So what about the hammer words?
That's lan, an, hatta,
An, Allah.
Yes.
Ni,
Lan,
lamat.
Allah,
That is lame taki
hatta,
and lame taki.
yes, lame amar and lame taki.
no.
Now look this slide very carefully. You find the Mahdi, actual Mahdi have 3 patterns. Fa'ala and kalma with fatha, fa'ila and kalma with kasra, fa'ula with and kalma dam. We have done them. That's no surprise. For example, we say fataha, nasara, daraba. They all have the fatha on it. We say karuma, it has the dhamma on it. We say samia, hasiba, they both have the kasra on the ankle. We have done these verbs and tables, but we did not told you that there is actually, they are coming on 3 patterns. Fa'ala, fa'ila, fa'ula. That is the mazi pattern. In the same way, the mudari has the 3 patterns. Yafa'alu, yaf'ilu, yaf'ulu. But actually, we do only practice the first one, fa'ala and kalma with fatha, and yaf'alu, the and kalma with fatha. That is the normal, maruf madi mudari. What about the majhul? Majhul has only 1 pattern. In madi, it has fu'ila. In mudari, it has yuf'al. Either the verb belong to fa'ala or fa'ila or fa'ula. In all the three cases, the Mahdi will be fu'ila. If the verb is coming from yaf'alu or yaf'ilu or yaf'alu, either pattern the verb comes. The mudari majhul will be yuf'alu for all three. Okay. Meaning of future, how we fix in the mudari, just placing sin and sofa in front of a verb fixes the meaning to the future. Just like we say shariba, it's madi. Mudari is yashrabu. If I place sin or sofa in front of it, sayashraba or sofa yashrab, we say the meaning will be translated into future. And to make a negation, what we do with mudari, we add la. We place la before the mudari for the negation. If we say yafalu, he does. If say la yafalu, he don't. So la is placed normally. In madi, for the negation, we put ma. Fa'ala, he did. Ma fa'ala, he did not did. So that is the difference between the madi and mudari negations. We use ma in madi and la. But remember one thing. At time, it is used opposite. The la is used for the madi negation and ma is used for the mudari. When there are two verbs at a time in a sentence, when two verbs at a time come in sentence, we can use the opponent la or ma respectively. Then how to make negative example is a'budu, la a'budu. Because a'budu is a mudari, we put the la. Ta'buduna, we put here the ma. Look carefully. Ta'buduna is a mudari. As a rule, we should bring here what? La. But we are bringing ma. So because in the same sentence, two verbs are coming at the same time. A'budu and ta'buduna. Both are mudari. So we put it the first verb with la and the second with ma. So that shows at time you can bring the ma for the mudari'as when there are two verbs at the same time in the sentence. For the first,
but sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. So here, is it ma is for negation or something else? This ma is not for negation, I think.
It's negation.
if you
I
passion
think what or whom.
if you passion some time and follow my words,
Okay,
and
sir. Go ahead, sir.
something you will learn. So normally for the negation in madi we use the ma, and for the mudari we use the la. But when in a sentence two words mudari coming at a time, for the negation we use la with the first verb, but with the second verb for the negation we use the madi, ma. So here, la abudu ma ta'budu. I don't worship or will do not worship whom you do worship or worship. It is actually giving the meaning of negations in the confirming the first sentence. But apparently in translation, you are thinking that perhaps ma is coming for something else. No, it's a rule. Rule is that when two mudari verbs come in a sentence, we bring la for the first verb and ma for the negation for the second verb. Of course, when you translate in other language, for the easy understanding of that, we make sentence translation according to that language. Actually, if you study the translation now with this, I don't worship or will not do of. Not do of. what whom you do or will do. Whom you do or will do is negated by this ma. But the translation in English, giving a close understanding, has not repeated the word don't. Because if you use here the don't, then it will give a very confused statement for understanding of the negation. So negation is brought once in the beginning of the sentence, and it is carried the message till the end. But to bring the or block the confusion, the ma in Arabic is clearly telling that is the negations. Because we are following the rule of Arabic. We are not following the rule of translation. The translation rules, at time we told you in QC1, there is preposition in the Arabic, but no translation in English. There is no at time the preposition in English, but in translation there is some preposition coming, because that is the language requirement for better understanding and better meaning. We omit something or we add something. Here in this case, it is have been omitted the meaning of noun to block the confusions of that. Ma ta'budun, you were not worthy. If I put in English word, I don't worship or will do, if you do not worship, what you do not worship, it gives a confusion. They are also not worshipping, I am not worshipping. So language is not giving the understanding of the statement. So for that, what will they bring the negation in the beginning once for the complete negations of the sentence and join the both ends, giving a complete meaning that I will not worship which you are worshipping. But actually mean whatever you worship, I will not worship. So anyhow, it's the language translation barrier. But the rule I told you, at time for mudare, ma is used for the negations. Of course, you say what you might be thinking ma is coming for the what. Okay, no, okay, I accept your statement. I will give you another example for this negation next time. Because I have got the material where I studied, that is Lisanul Quran. Qaidul Lisanul Quran is the book of our grammar authenticated. In that it is written, normally for the mudare, we bring la, and for the mazima, when two verbs at a time come, we bring ma also for the negation.
Thank you, sir. Understood. Thank you very much.
Okay. I told you the rule. Of course, you may say, yes, here it is ma, what it is bringing the meaning of what or the. Let's go for the question. Ma yufarikuna bihi, he used to separation by it, used to separation by it, they used to separation by it, they used to separation by these A, B, C, D. They used to separation by it. بين المرء وزوجه, between man and his wife, between men and their wives, between wives, man and his wife, A, B, C, D. بين المرء وزوجه, between man and his wife. بإذن from Allah's order, with Allah's order, by Allah's order, A, B, C, D. بإذن by Allah's order. ولا ينفعهم, that harm them and they learn from them and not profit them and not profit you all. A, B, C, D.
B, right?
D.
Sorry.
وَلَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ, and not profit them. Shaitan wants to create problems in diverse matter between the relationship among the children in marriage, A, B, C, D.
All, sir.
All the four are correct. Bani Israel dash like to learn methods and separations between husband and wife in the time of Suleiman, in the time of David, in the time of Adam, in the time of Moses. ABCD.
A. Sulaiman alayhi salam.
Doing magic dash is a big crime, take towards severe punishment, a type of kufr, magic, hellfire result as kufr. ABCD.
All, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
इसमें फाइल ऑफ दर्रा इज दर्रा दर मदरूर दार ABCD.
D.
D.
Yes. فعل अमर फर्रका इज मुफर्रिक फर्रिक मुफर्रिक तफरीक ABCD.
B.
B.
Good. The plural of zawj is azwaj, zawjun, zawjin, zawjad.
A.
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 Mudare, if attached Allah, what is the correct? Allah yaf'ala, lam yaf'al, la yaf'alanna, la yaf'alla. ABCD.
A.
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 Because Allah only on one sentence says, so it is correct. Mudare attached with in, example is lan naf'alu, lan utiya, in taf'al af'al, fal taf'al af'al. ABCD.
C. In
See,
the
because in is used only in this sentence. Lan yuslimu, you will never obey order. They will never obey order. He will never obey order. He did not obey order. ABCD.
B. They will never obey.
Lan tahtalifa, she will never accept. She will never give. She will never talk. She will never difference. ABCD.
D.
D.
They will never give. Lan nutiya, lan tutu, lan yutu, lan tutiya. Sorry, yutiya.
C. Lan yutu.
Hal yuslimuna, lan tuslimu, lan yuslimu, lan nuslima, lan uslima. ABCD.
Lan yuslimu. B.
Hal takhtalifu, lan akhtalifa, lan nakhtalifa, lan nakhtalifa, lan takhtalifa. ABCD.
A.
Hal tutuna, lan tutiya, lan yutiya, lan nuti, lan nutiya. ABCD.
C, right?
B.
D. It's D.
Nuti.
Tutun, nuti. Yeah. Lan ursilahu ma'akum. I will never send them with you. I will never send him with you. I will never send him with them. I will never send him with people. ABCD.
B.
C.
C. Ma'akum, with them. Lan tanalul birra. Let me see back. Yes. You are right, brother. I will never send him with you. Ma'akum. Kum is with. So it should be this one. Right. Okay. Because ma means you. Thank you, brother. The next is lan tanalul birra. You will never find goodness. They will never find goodness. He will never find goodness. We will never find goodness. ABCD.
A.
A.
You, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's to pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu. اللهم اغفر لنا قبل الموت وارحمنا عند الموت ولا تعذبنا بعد الموت ولا تحاسبنا يوم القيامة إنك على كل شيء قدير. Allah Hafiz. If you have any question, you can ask the question. Before you ask the question, let me tell you about the next week program. In next week, inshallah, we will have the classes on 7 days. It means We will have the classes same days on Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday, we will have the complete revisions. Then you will get the almost 10 days for the preparation of the final quiz. Your final quiz will be on 22nd, means Sunday, 22nd, I think. On 25th, you will start the QC5 classes. So that is the program for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We will have the classes next week on Wednesday and Thursday, as we did in this week. On coming Friday, we will have the complete revision. And then you will get complete from Friday to next Sunday. I mean, coming Sunday, after Friday and Sunday, almost 10 days for the preparation of the final quiz. And your final quiz is almost on 22nd June. Today it is 5. We have 1 week classes left. We will have the next week inshallah. That was all from my side. If you people have any questions, your questions are welcome, please.
Sir, Assalamu alaikum. Sir,
Walaikum.
could you tell about the due date for